Hello everyone, welcome to Simply Drawful. I'm Tay. With me I have Kay.
Yo.
Today, with the release coming out of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, me and Kay are both really excited about that game. And we decided we are going to be drawing today different aspects of that game. So first off, Kay, what are you going to be drawing?
So, part of the hallmark of the Legend of Zelda series is that you have a companion. Now, some of those companions are more obnoxious than others. Or, according to Tay, yeah. Fee is the worst possible one.
Fee is the worst.
But I don't have too big of an issue with those. And some I absolutely love, like Midna.
Midna's great.
Midna. So, I'm thinking that it's open world, which means we're not going to need too much of a companion. It's more about exploring and being on your own. But what I do think is you need somebody to say, okay, well, here's some Sheikah artifact, or here's some Sheikah writing, and you need somebody to translate it. And it might be nice to have that Sheikah tablet, but what if that tablet had a personality? Or maybe, since it's Sheikah inspired, an actual Sheikah to help you out, maybe. So, Impa is definitely one of my favorite Legend of Zelda characters. Now, my favorite Impa is sort of big, buff Bara Impa because she's amazing. But I don't think that's actually going to be something that you can do. So, what I'm going to do is more of a Midna-esque Impa.
So, in other games, Impa is always the Princess Zelda. So, first of all, if you don't know, Zelda is actually the princess. The person you play in the game is Link.
Part of me is sad that you have to make that distinction, but
some people don't know, and we're not going to judge you too hard if you didn't know. So the Princess Zelda, she always has an attendant, whether it's a warrior or an old lady, whatever game you're playing, but it's always somebody called Impa. Now, the Impa that Kay likes the most is the warrior one. So she is actually a Sheikah, which we know plays a big role in the new game coming out. And what were you thinking for her?
What I was thinking is Impa tends not to think very highly of you anyway. So if you need sort of a sassy companion, this would be your best option. So somebody who is more silent, you're going to have the ability to be on your own in this nice big world, which is important. But you can also end up having, if you need, somebody to help you out with all sorts of understanding of that Sheikah-inspired world or technology. So definitely helpful in her own ways, but enough to sass you. And I'm also thinking that she's possibly just sort of an avatar. You don't really have her, but she's kind of Skyping with you on your Sheikah slate.
We know very little about the game so far, but rumors have been out that in the game, something happened and the Sheikah got all, like, exiled from Hyrule. So I know you were thinking she is just kind of Skyping you from her exile.
Yeah, and that way you don't have to worry about, like, she can't touch things for you. So she'll sass you and tell you all sorts of things that you don't want to hear. But if you need help, she can actually provide that help. And
anytime we see her, maybe it's just like a hologram from the slate itself. And so she's not there. Like I said, she's in exile or just gone. So, I mean, for all we know, this could just be an AI type thing. Kind of like Fee, where it's just talking from the slate. It has a bit of an AI, and you think it's a person, but then comes out at the end, you know, maybe she's actually been dead for 100 years or something.
Yes.
No, to give you all the feels.
I think that'd be pretty neat. But I also want a nice big warrior type of feel for her, where you still feel like she's strong.
So this design is kind of inspired from Ocarina of Time, Skyward Sword, and Hyrule Warriors, and Twilight Princess.
A little Twilight Princess, yeah.
Okay, there we go. That is Impa as a companion from the Sheikah slate.
I like her, she's cute.
And she would sass you, I think. She would be very sassy.
Yeah, she'd be like, I don't think you're ready to go in there.
Perfect. All right, well, there we go. I guess I'm up. And I have decided, since Kay did potential companion, and I've said my potential companion is this, what you see in front of you. Nothing. I don't want one. I decided I'm going to draw something else we have seen in the game. You know, exploring the world, you come across field bosses where you're just a giant monster will suddenly just appear. You know, we've seen stone monster, like a cyclops, and all sorts of things. So we know there's a lot of cool things out there to run into that you'll have to fight. And I decided I'm going to try drawing something that potentially you could run into. So first off, we know there's a lot of different areas in this world. I mean, we've seen mountains, forest, desert, snowy areas. So I'm going to do a monster you'd see in the snow area. So we know dragons exist in the Zelda universe. We've run into some. They're typically the Eastern dragon, the kind of worm-like ones. Mm-hmm. But I think since the world is so big and vast in this game, you can go into the snow area and find an ice dragon.
Ooh.
He's got some icicles on his chin there.
Does he spit liquid nitrogen?
Yes, he does. So instant freeze if he, spits on you.
You can take ethyl alcohol and mix it with dry ice, I believe, and make essentially something that reacts like liquid nitrogen. So I know in some mythos, especially Japanese mythos, some of the multi-headed dragons might carry around sake jugs. So he might just take dry ice stored down in his throat, and he takes a swig, and he does, instead of fire breathing, he just spits out liquid nitrogen.
All right, I'm for that.
Not fully liquid nitrogen, but definitely something that will make you very, very cold.
And we already know in this world, if you go into the snowy areas with nothing on, summer-type clothes, freeze. You slowly take damage from the cold.
We know in Skyward Sword we have the Lizophalos, right?
Yeah.
And they've got the spiked ball tails.
I'm also borrowing a little bit from Tauntauns. These guys are really good for walking on ice.
So, I'm thinking, since he's ice, you have to defeat him with some sort of fire? Maybe there's a fire rod?
In past Zelda games, we have seen a fire rod, and I would love for it to come back, because it's been a while since we've seen it. Mm-hmm. And that would be great if, that's the main way to kill these guys.
I know you can set shit on fire a bunch, so you can bring torches with you.
It's true.
So it might be that you just kill this dude with a torch. Does he get his jug?
And where they got sake jugs, I don't know. They used to be domesticated. Maybe that's it. So you'll go and you'll find a snow villages and everything. And these creatures, like I said, I've kind of based them a little bit on the Tauntaun from Star Wars. And so maybe they were domesticated a bit, and this village, they use them for riding across the snowy tundra because, it's difficult to do. But some of them escaped. Ganon took over them. They reverted back to their primal state.
Feral.
Yeah, they're now feral and smart enough to know that, hey, if I spit out the sake, I can create liquid.
So you gotta at least have a torch, and it looks like a shield because of that spike on its tail, right?
Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna give them icicles that they can shoot off quills like a porcupine.
That would work too.
So they're really difficult because they have ranged weapons, giant melee weapons, and they also can freeze you. So they'll freeze you and then smash you with their tail.
That sounds like a very painful boss.
Yeah.
With how it works with breaking horses.
It's true.
Can you ride this after you defeat it?
I would say yes.
Yes. A+ idea. Nintendo, get on this. They only have about a month before it releases, so...
Yeah. Well, I mean, they just have to model it and then just give it the same behavior as a bad guy / a horse.
Just super easy, right? That's just a day or so of work.
Yeah, they can get it.
No.
Now, if anyone wants to know more about, Legend of Zelda, currently I'm doing a countdown to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, which comes out March 3rd, and I'm going through the games in chronological timeline order. So not order that they were released, but supposedly the order they all tie together. So currently I'm playing Skyward Sword. Said you can hop on our Twitch channel. I'm just on there randomly playing it when I can, between work and editing and shooting and all that. Like I said, want to learn more about Zelda? The best opportunity to do so. I'll answer all questions and go over and over why I think Skyward Sword is the worst Zelda game ever.
Yeah, you get super salty. It is hilarious. You guys should stop by and watch that.
So there we go.
Now you gotta name it.
So, I'm thinking what are the lizard things? Because it's kind of I think it is an offshoot of that breed.
The Lizophalos?
Yeah, the Lizophalos. So, Blizzophalos.
Yes. Yeah, that's good.
Blizzophalos. That's gonna do it for us here at Simply Drawful. If you have any suggestions for future drawings or what you'd like to see next time, leave a comment down below.
If you would ride this Blizzardphallus, or if you would totally like to see a mini Impa
Companion.
Yeah, definitely let us know that too.
We always enjoy hearing from our fans and viewers. Until next week, thanks for watching. See you then.
Bye!
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you want to see more videos by us, click the thumbnails. It should take you to one of our latest video antics. And, as always, be sure to like and subscribe to help us out. Or you can click here to support us over at Patreon to help us create even more quality content. Until next time, thanks again for watching.